Hey, what's up guys? GH here, and today we're going to do a scout card guide because people have been asking me. So this is how we're gonna do it. First, I'm gonna show you guys the viable cards for each type of card. I'm talking about the red, purple, blue, and green cards, and of course the legend cards. Then I'm going to explain to you guys why those cards are good and maybe show to you guys the different card build that you can use. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's do this. Okay, let's start with the red attack boosting cards. Now for this one, you're gonna wanna look for 3 Prison Cutter card. And this card gives 10% additional damage to bleeding enemies when it's level 10. So it's 30% if you have 3. This card is good because having a Prison Cutter card means more damage to enemies that are bleeding. And making enemies bleed is very easy. One question you might ask is, what if you don't have any skill that can cause bleeding? The fix for that is to use a purple card which is called Raja Pearl card. It can cause bleeding every time you hit an enemy by about 3% at level 10. So use 2 to 3 pieces of Raja Pearl card for higher chance of bleeding. Next card is Velnya Monkey card. And this is like Prison Cutter card, but instead of bleeding, this gets 10% additional damage to poisoned enemies. So 30% if you have 3. And like Prison Cutter card, this Velnya Monkey card is also always must be accompanied by a purple card. And for this one, it's Viterogena card. Now this card can inflict poison every time you hit an enemy by about 3% at level 10. So use this when you're using Velnya Monkey card. Those are the only red cards I recommend you put your resources in. But there's an optional card which I use when I wanna go increase my damage in some specific raid boss like Skiaclips and Belcofer. The card I'm talking about is Boob Fighter card. This one increases damage to beast type enemies by 10% at level 10. I use this because it doesn't have any bleeding and poison requirement aside from the enemy must be beast type, which guarantees you 30% additional damage if the enemy is a beast type. So if you have 3, it's 30% additional damage. Now let's start with the purple cards. There's the Raja Pearl card that I just told you. It can cause bleeding. Use this only if you're using a Prison Cutter card. I recommend 2 to 3 pieces for higher chance. Then Viterogena card. It can inflict poison. Use this if you're using Velnya Monkey card. And like Prison Cutter card, Raja Pearl card, use 2 to 3 pieces for higher chance. Another purple card that you need to look out for is Gazing Golem card. And this card gives you a chance to activate level 1 Pain Barrier by about 10% at level 10. And for those of you who's not familiar with Pain Barrier, it's basically knockdown immunity. So if you don't like getting knocked down, this might be good for you. The next purple card is optional. The first optional purple card is Yeti card. This card gives you 1800 HP at level 10. This might not look that much, but believe me, there's some instances that you need to have a lot of HP, and this is one of the ways to get more HP. But I must admit, this card loses its value when you have high HP pool due to high con and HP stat gears. So use this only if you have a really low max HP. The next purple card is for farming, or if you just want the effect, and it's Velpid card. This card gives you 3% chance at level 10 of having an additional 4 movement speed when you're attacking. I use this only on my farming revelators. Makes you move slightly faster when you're farming. And anything that can help in getting faster is always welcome. And yeah, 1 piece of Belfid card is enough. But if you think that's not enough, go ahead. Use 3 pieces. But for me, I only use 1 piece. It seems to be enough. Okay, now for the blue card. First one is Zaura card. Now this card gives you 10% more defense at level 10. I use this because most of the hard hitters in PvE uses physical attack as their main way to inflict damage. That's why I find this helpful. The next blue card is only an option if you can't afford Zaura card. And it's Armaos card. Now this card at level 10 gives you a 10% chance to generate 1000 shield barrier when you're being attacked. So about 3000 shield barrier if you have 3 pieces. Use this when you know you ain't getting Zaura card anytime soon. Okay, that's the blue card. Now for the green cards. First green card is Eliaganos card. Now this card gives you plus 10 to Dex at level 10. Use this if you have an auto attack build. Second card is Nether Bovine card. This card gives 10 to Strength at level 10. Use this if your build focuses on burst damage skills. Next card is Gorka's card. This gives plus 50 loot chance if level 10. Use this if your scout build is for farming. Now that we've shown most of the regular cards, I guess it's time to show what legend card you might be interested in. First legend card is Heretic's Panthorex card. This is my first pick for PvE card because most raid bosses are beast type, and as written in the description, this card will increase damage against beast type enemies. So if you get the chance to get one of these, use it. Next legend card is for PvP, and it's Demon Lord Block card. This one is very obvious. This gives reduced damage taken in PvP. Nothing much to say about it, so yeah. Next legend card is Igna's card. Now this one gives you a chance for critical hit of entering stand state for 6 seconds. What's good about this card is this works with Igna's leather armor and pants, which gives you additional physical and magical critical attack when you go in stealth mode. So check that out if you want to experiment on it. The last legend card I'm gonna show is for farming, and it's Demon Lord Rexiper card. And as I'm always saying, movement speed is very important when you're farming, and this card gives 1 movement speed per level. Use this when you're farming a lot. I know there are more legend cards, but most of it are not worth the money, and some of it is a bit difficult to get. So now it's time for me to show my recommended scout card build, and here it is. This card setup is mainly for PvE. Just change the legend card to blood if you want more PvP functionality. That's it guys, I hope this Tree of Savior card video helped. So like it if it did, and subscribe for more videos. And as always, this is Unreal Gaming Hardcore. See you in the next one.